I mean, it's Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points. I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get this sword.
San Diego 9.5. So fingers crossed we get some
San Diego
some
9.
magic.
Toast loved Seattle.
And they turn it over.
Toast loved Seattle in that one.
I think I can Gonzaga on deck. I thought 9.5 was too much, and the line never moved. So I was like,
oh my God, you just lost that in the final seconds just now while we're talking?
Yeah, they just missed 2 layups.
Oh my God.
Man, see what I'm telling you?
That just happened while we were talking. That just happened.
This is ridiculous.
What's up, everybody? So what just happened was TV Jones is telling me, he's like, I keep every single the end of the game, I'm getting like these heartbreak losses. And while we were talking, one happened. So is that game over, San Diego? You officially lost that?
It says I have 18.5 seconds on my screen. So
all right, let's. I need to pull it up now. Yeah, 18 seconds left. Yeah,
11-point game.
I'm
gonna need a 3.
Missed the layup, and then they fouled.
They missed 2 layups. They got the rebound.
Oh, wait, Seattle missed the free throw. You're getting 9.5 there?
Yeah.
Seattle missed the free throw. He missed both free throws.
Come on, just hit a fucking bucket, please.
Don't
foul.
This bucket is going to represent your turnaround right here. Sorry for everyone for this. There's 17 seconds left, and Trevor needs a bucket to backdoor cover here. Oh, I don't have it on. I'm just waiting for the screen.
Oh, they're driving. They're driving. Gets a rebound. Oh my God, they missed 2 more shots at the rim.
Oh my God.
Dude, they missed 4 shots at the rim in the last 2 possessions. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Dude.
Heartbreak. So yeah, TV Jones is having a rough stretch. The kind of that was like Toast a month. Toast has kind of snapped out of it now, but that was like Toast about a month ago. Happens. This will be a quick one. There's only 7 games, and it's just TV Jones, so we're not going to sit here and make him talk for 20 straight minutes. So the first one, I feel like Providence just played. I just bet a Providence game. Wasn't that yesterday?
Tuesday.
It feels like it was just happened. So Providence at home at the Dunk. Providence played 2 strong games in a row now. Oh, no. I'm sorry. They lost to Xavier, and then I thought they would play better against Villanova. They lost to Villanova. I had the under in that one. So now they're at home against Creighton. Creighton went to overtime against Georgia. That's pathetic. Georgetown, that's pathetic. Only one. These feel short for Creighton, right? Wouldn't you go Creighton here?
Providence has been playing decent at home. I mean, the Villanova game, 6-point loss, but they had the lead and they were hanging around, and then they just fell out. And then UConn, they had a big lead, blew that. Seton Hall was a 5-point loss at home. I mean, like, they've been playing tough at home. On the road has not been so nice to them, but at home they've been all right. I just can't trust them down the stretch. Like, they don't close out games. I'm probably going to take Creighton.
Me too. I like it too.
I'm sick of trying to be fake sharp and then just getting my teeth kicked in. So Providence will be up 7, and then they'll blow it and lose this game by 4 or 5 down the stretch there. I'll take Creighton in this one.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like Creighton should be like -2.5, -3. So I feel like if we get them at an affordable pick. All right, I'm writing this one down as a possible. I only have one NBA bet. That's it tomorrow. So I'm trying to find something else. I'll write Creighton down as a. I'm trying to find at least one college basketball to take away from this stream. Toledo, Kansas State. This one's on here for Spoon. Spoon was a last-minute bailout here. Do you have anything to say? Should we skip it?
I kind of want to play Kent State. They've been playing really good at home. Toledo just got that big Ohio win at home after the Miami-Ohio loss. Now they're hitting the road. I mean, when they hit the road, they haven't been playing like great teams, and when they have, they've lost. So I'll lay with Kent State here. National TV game. They're coming back home. I think they get a big win here. I mean, they just beat Buffalo on the road. Now you're back home. I think this is a spot they can start building on and start contending. Well, it's going to be tough with Miami, Ohio in the MAC, but they can start playing their way towards the top and solidifying themselves.
All right. Here we go. Now, I just hit Kansas money line +168 the other night, and I loved every second of it. Tell me before that game, I feel like this game would have been like Kansas -4.5. The fact that it's -8 means it feels like the market is just drinking the Kansas Kool-Aid after that win. Right? Doesn't this feel high? I know Baylor's struggling, but this feels high.
Yeah, I'll probably be on Baylor. I mean, they need a good win. Lost Iowa State and Houston at home. You hit the road, beat up on Oklahoma State. Now you got Kansas coming in, just dominated Iowa State, undefeated Iowa State, dominated, won by 21. And now you're at home on a Friday. Yeah, the fog will probably be jumping, but I just don't think this Kansas team is that good. I mean, it was a great spot for them the other day. Here, I don't know. You know, they're just riding high off of beating Iowa State. Now Baylor's coming in here hungry, needing a big win. I think Kansas wins, but I don't think they're not going to win by near double digits. I think this is a 3 or 4 point game coming down to the end. So I like Baylor in this one.
Yeah, you can get a +8.5. I'm writing that down. I think
it might just keep going up too.
You think?
People are. I don't know what it opened at, but I saw 7.5 earlier. Now it's 8.5.
Let's see. Pinnacle opened up. Wow, Pinnacle opened up 6.5. Holy shit. No, I'm sorry, that's not Pinnacle. That's DraftKings opened up 6.5. My thing's being buggy.
Yeah, I'm not in the business of laying that much. I think Baylor's a decent team. They got guards that can match up, so I'll take them. But I don't think they'll win it. But they should be able to hang around in this one.
All right, next game up. We're in the Big East. DePaul laying 3.5. This is rock bottom for Marquette. I mean, shout out to DePaul. But wait, isn't DePaul involved in the allegations, right?
I don't know if those guys are still on the team anymore.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't see those guys on the team anymore. So just last year. But yeah, that whole indictment was crazy.
Yeah. So you have DePaul laying 3.5 points to Marquette. That is just nuts. And as somebody that has bet and watched a couple Marquette games, I can't say I even disagree. I mean, dude, that team is not very good. So, I mean, are you going to try to lay 3.5 with DePaul, though?
Yeah, Marquette's just is so bad. Marquette has, kind of dominated DePaul like everybody else has throughout the years now. You've got a depleted and just reeling Marquette team that's you guys laughed when I said they've given up on the season, but they've lost 8 of their last 9, and they snuck out a Xavier win at home by 1 point. I think this is a spot DePaul can beat up on Marquette and finally just put it to them after all these years. They're laying points. I think a lot of people are going to see Marquette catching points and be like, nope, this is it. Rubber meets the road here. They finally kind of figure it out. They're not losing to DePaul, especially catching 3.5. But I think DePaul does. I think DePaul gets them. They play good at home. On the road, they're ass. So I'll lay the 3.5. It's disgusting, but I feel like it's the move here. Marquette's just not good.
No way. It's Marquette. There's no way. I'm writing Marquette down as well. There's no way like 3.5 with DePaul. I love DePaul. There's no shot. Like more than a possession with DePaul. Only be Marquette.
You should be good. If I like DePaul, you like Marquette, you should probably bet that one.
Any interest in Ohio Ball State? There's only 7 games, so I just clicked them all. We can skip if
yeah. I it's a weird number, yes, but Ohio off of the Toledo loss by 16 on the road. Now you're hitting it, following it back to play Ball State. Ball State's the kind of team that they can beat up and run out the gym. I mean, Central Michigan, they won by 16. They beat Buffalo by 11. They beat Maine by 22. They beat Marshall by 7. I mean, this is, and Marshall and Buffalo are far better than Ball State is, and they've got margins of victory. So coming off a loss, going to play shit state here in Ball State, I'll take Ohio in this kind of nasty number.
Isn't Ball State feisty at home? Well, the football team was actually. They're not.
They're not feisty at all.
Yeah, I remember.
They did just lose to 10 on the road to Akron. UMass was an 8-point loss, but they played Eastern Michigan at home and lost by 22. So nobody will be at this game. There'll be like 12 people, including the people running the scoreboard and the coaches.
Wow, I did a poll. 93% Ohio to 6. 93%, 6% Ohio to Ball State.
That's what scares me. This is such a short number. Ball State's horrible.
Ball State.
They're off of a loss.
This is a basketball town, TV Jones.
Hey, do you remember when I took Ball State and they got ran out the gym? That's probably what's going to happen tomorrow. They might just be trying to get fake sharp money coming in on Ball State at the short number, but Ohio should drill these guys. Like they should drill them.
I'm putting Ball State down as a possible. No one likes it. Every single person that is watching is clicking Ohio. Every single person.
Hey, every single person tonight clicked Seattle, and
they
somehow got 4 misses at the rim to save the cover. So
this one's 17.5. Should we skip it? Loyola, Chicago, Dayton.
Loyola lost by 2 at home to Dayton earlier. Now Dayton's laying 17.5. Loyola's getting a little better, but man, Dayton at home on a Friday night. I feel like this line's telling, but they don't win by margin. I picked Loyola, but I'm not betting this game. I would not be shocked if Dayton wins by 25.
And then last game up is a Mountain West game. Any interest here?
Boise's lost 4 straight, coming home now to play Colorado State. Colorado State, back-to-back road games, just lost to Fresno by 10. Now you got to go play a very pissed off Boise team. They've lost 5 of their last 6. I mean, they are reeling desperately right now. They need a win at home on a Friday night. Colorado State on the road, not very good. At home is where they make their hay. So I'll take Boise laying the 5.5, but I'm just curious to see what will happen with this line because Boise's been burning everybody. So there might be this number might come down with people taking Colorado State, Boise's ass. But I think Boise gets this done at home on a Friday night, national TV, 4 straight losses. This feels like a drill spot.
All right. What is your guys' schedule for tomorrow, the Friday night show?
I believe it's around 10:30 Central. We're going to nail the time and have it out, but it's going to be around then.
All right, for those of you that don't know, that's the Pump Fake Pod, and they're live for like 4 hours for the Saturday slate. They go through every single game. So that's tomorrow night. Just type Pump Fake Pod into YouTube. All right, Trev, I'm going to talk some NBA.
Sounds good. Catch you later.
Later. All right. Pelicans Pacers up first. Okay, so there's actually threes popping here now. I see a Indiana -3. I see a 3.5. I think it should be moving the other way, to be honest. In fact, if this keeps moving up, may even dabble with the Pelicans. So I made the game Indiana -1. That's how I feel. I think the Pacers should be 1-point favorite. So there's 3.5s now. Man, if I get a Pelicans +4 at any point, might be interested. So still no Herb Jones for the Pelicans. That's kind of who we're waiting on there. He is not going to play in this game. Same injury report for the Pacers. Mathurin is close, but he will not be back for this one. But he'll be back in the lineup for the Pacers soon, but it will not be for this game. So still no Obi Toppin, no Isaiah Jackson, Nemard, Neesmith, McConnell, Ben Shepherd, all those guys are playing. So same injury report for the Pacers. Indiana's played some decent defense recently. In the last 5 games, they're actually 4th in defensive efficiency. But I still think New Orleans is able to score some points in this game. I like the matchup for the Pelicans offensively. So first of all, look at the Pelicans' last 4 games. They're scoring. Remember, earlier in the season, the Pelicans were scoring, and then they went cold for a little bit. Looks like the offense is getting back going. In their last 4 games, they've got an offensive rating up close to 120. That's very, very strong. They're 2-2 against the spread. So the offense has looked good the last few games. But specifically what I'm looking at here, Indiana. I mentioned how they've been playing some good defense recently. It's because they've played some teams that shoot 3-point shots. They had a game against Boston. They won that game. They had a game against Charlotte. You can trust this Pacers defense when they play 3-point shooting teams because that's their strength. They play excellent defense on the perimeter. They're great at taking away the 3-point shot. Here's why I'm bringing this up. The Pelicans don't shoot any threes. No one attacks the paint as frequently as the Pelicans. Nobody takes more shots in the paint in the NBA as much as the Pelicans do. They're literally first in the NBA in shot frequency in the paint. The Pacers can't defend the rim. So even though I do think this Pacers defense is pretty strong, but even though I do think the Pacers defense is pretty strong, I'd rather trust them against a team that shoots threes. Like, all right, they're going to take the 3-point shot away from the Pelicans. Okay, they don't shoot threes anyway. So I think the Pelicans can score on Indiana's defense. And look, I know you can't really trust the Pelicans defensively, but honest question, do you really trust the Pacers offense right now? Their defense has kept them in games. They've won they went on a nice 3-game winning streak. They are 6-4 against the spread, but offensive rating below 111. This is not a good offense at all. And when they won those 3 games, they weirdly got hot from 3 for a few games, but as a whole, they've been a really bad 3-point shooting team. I don't trust this offense at all. So yeah, I disagree with the movement. It was at 2.5 when I was recording before, or when I was preparing the notes for this. It was at 2.5, and I had a lean towards the Pelicans. Now that there's 3.5s, it's getting close. I would probably bet the Pelicans at 4 or maybe 4.5 because I don't want to force it. But yeah, at current number, I would definitely lean towards the Pelican side here. Why not isolate a Kyle and take Pelicans team total over? I don't really do the small market stuff, Jacob. Cleveland, Philadelphia. I bet this one. You guys aren't going to like it. Went right back to it. Right back to the Sixers. I know they just bit me in the ass the other night. I'll put my pick up. I'll wear the colors proudly. I am betting Philadelphia again. Me in the city of Philadelphia. I got a -112 money line. So I think that's going to, when it's all said and done, I think that's going to be a good number to be holding, that -112. Looks like it's Philly -1.5 pretty much across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if Philadelphia closes them up like -3 here. So we all know, we all watched it. Philadelphia, we just saw this exact game. Cleveland on the road in Philadelphia. And okay, first of all, I kind of had 2 different reactions to the game because the second half was much different than the first half. The first half, Philly was terrible. Embiid turned the ball over 4 or 5 times in the first quarter. Maxey couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. The first half, Philadelphia was terrible. In the second half, the Sixers definitely played much better, but shout out to Cleveland. That was one of the best games they played all season. They had 41 assists on 50 field goals. Think about that. 41 assists on 50 field goals. That's some serious ball movement. So the way I feel about that game is Philly kind of shot themselves in the foot early on, got into a hole, and then by the time they got themselves together, the game was just too out of reach. But in the second half, Philly was playing pretty well. And the way I look at it for Cleveland was that was kind of their best fastball. It was Evan Mobley's best game in a while. He has not been playing that well. Just everything was clicking for Cleveland in that game. Now they come into this one. We got 2 pieces missing that were not missing in the Sixers game. Darius Garland is going to miss this game. Sam Merrill is going to miss this game. So remember, this is a Cavs team that's already super thin at wing. There's no Max Strus. There's no Dean Wade. DeAndre Hunter also played really well in the Philadelphia game. He's been playing awfully recently. So I don't know if you get another game like that out of DeAndre Hunter. So they're already really thin at wing. Now they're really thin at guard too. They just lost 2 guards. So, I mean, you're relying on Lonzo Ball to play serious minutes in this game. Jalen Tyson's probably going to play some minutes at the 2 in this game. So this Cavs team is really thin, and we just saw their best fastball. Philadelphia's in pretty good shape. They might be without Dominic Barlow. He took a hard fall, fell on his back. So I'm reading it's not serious, but I'm not sure if he plays in this game. Other than that, Philly should be in good shape to get this one back and split in this back-to-back, head-to-head, home and home, whatever you want to call it. It's not a home and home. Both games are in Philly. So the Cavs are banged up. They got this first game in Philadelphia. After this, they have 2 days off. Then they have the Martin Luther King Day game on Monday afternoon against Oklahoma City on NBC. Or on Peacock, I should say. So I think, not that the Cavs would punt, but we saw the Cavs' best fastball. They took the first one. This is where the Sixers get it back. Also, we just saw the Sixers drop the first. They played the Raptors in back-to-back games. They dropped the first one. Then they got it right back on the second one. So I think the Sixers get right here. I did bet this one. Philly money line -112. I think this is going to close well. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the Philadelphia closes as 3-point favorites here. Chicago, Brooklyn. All right. So, man, what do you even say about this game? So the Bulls obviously are still injured, but they are in better shape than they have been. Kobe White is back. He was banged up. Also, Jalen Smith missed a couple games. He's back. So still no Josh Giddey, still no Zach Collins. Julian Phillips is also listed as questionable, but they are healthier than they were, say, a week and a half ago. But the team's still a mess. They're a real tough team to get a feel for right now. Nets are in good shape injury-wise. They really need to win, though. This team has lost 5 in a row. The Nets are 0-5 in their last 5. Offensive rating at 109.4. What's even more concerning than losing 5 straight games is look at the opponents. Memphis, Dallas, the Pelicans, the Magic, who haven't played that well, and then the Clippers. Well, obviously, that's not a bad loss, but they haven't even played the toughest schedule. They've still lost 5 in a row. The Nets have now lost 8 of their last 9. They actually just blew a lead to the Pelicans in their last game. The Nets are dead last in the NBA, averaging just 42.9 points in the paint per game. So this Nets offense, really tough unit to trust right now. But is there a better get-right spot for an offense than a home game against the Chicago Bulls defense? The Bulls defense kind of held itself together a little bit when they first had those injuries, but seems to be falling apart. In their last 5 games, they got a defensive rating 117.8. So, I mean, they're not forcing any turnovers. They're not disrupting anything. This is not a very good defense. So, if there was ever a time for the Nets offense to get right, a home game against the Bulls defense would be the way to go. So, and during that losing streak, Michael Porter sat out a game, and then Dillman and Cam Thomas sat out a game. So there was a back-to-back in there. I think on the other side of the ball, the Nets defense should be equipped to give the Bulls some problems. Bulls a 3-and-rim type of offense, attack the rim, shoot threes. Nets put a ton of pressure on the perimeter to take away the 3-ball, force teams inside into the paint. I think the Bulls offense will walk right into that trap. I think the Nets defense can play really well here. In my opinion, this is the perfect spot for the Nets to get back on track. The problem is, look at those numbers. In the last 10 games, the Nets are bottom 10 offensively, bottom 10 defensively against a bottom 10 strength of schedule. So it's just really tough to take this Brooklyn Nets team to win as a favorite when they look like garbage against a garbage schedule. It's really tough. I'll put the Nets up. I think the Nets stop their skid here, but this is not one I'm interested in. Clippers, Raptors. You can still get Clips at -1.5, man. All right. Clippers, Raptors. All right. So, I suppose the lead story of this one would be the injury situation for the Clippers. I think Kawhi Leonard's going to play. He's dealing with an ankle injury. He played through it on Tuesday night. So this injury that he's listed as questionable with, he just played through it. Also returning to Toronto where he won a championship. I would imagine the Clips want him to play in this. Actually, I'm not sure. That's speculation. If I had to guess, I think Kawhi Leonard plays. John Collins and Zubats, though, those are true questionables. They both missed that last game. So we don't know on them. We don't know on Collins and Zubats. They're both listed as questionable. From what I'm reading, it sounds like they're both true 50-50s in this one. On the other side, though, Raptors, still no RJ Barrett, no Pirtle. Jacoby Walter still out. Mavioshavili, sorry if I'm saying that right, and Quickly, both listed as questionable for the Raptors. So the Raptors dealing with injuries also. You know the story with the Raptors. Can't trust this Raptors offense without RJ Barrett. The splits are insane. Now, they did win their last game without RJ Barrett. It was against the Pacers, and we just talked about it. The Pacers defensively, they're good at locking down the 3-ball. They can't protect the rim. All the Raptors do is attack the rim. So even though they just won a game and they played pretty well offensively without RJ Barrett, it was the easiest matchup for them, a team that can't protect the basket. Now, there's no RJ Barrett here, and they're going against the Clippers, a team that definitely can protect the basket. In fact, the Clippers are pretty well-rounded defensively. They play great defense on the perimeter, and they can protect the paint. So, yeah, I think the Raptors offense is really going to struggle to score in this one. It's really hard to step in front of this Clippers team right now. 11-2 straight up, 11-2 against the spread. This is a tough out, though. On the road in Toronto, the Raptors play really good defense with or without RJ Barrett. They play really good defense. This total at 216.5. I don't think it's a game where you can't make the total low enough. Should be a really slow-paced game. Should see a lot of defense. At this number, I'll lean Clips. But this is a tough matchup on the road in Toronto. I wouldn't be surprised if the Clips look really sloppy here. I really trust the Raptors defense. I can't trust them to score here against the Clippers defense. So slow-paced, ugly game. Obviously, I with the injury situations, question marks on the Clippers side makes it tough to pull the trigger on anything at this moment. But yeah, I'll say Clippers at the current number, not one that I'm interested in. Minnesota, Houston. This is one that I'm interested in. Can you still get a 4? You can still get a 4, but they're almost all gone. This is one I was considering adding. So I don't hate an over here as well. You can get a 223.5. I would go Minnesota or over here. That's kind of what I'm circling. So this graphic what is this? Oh, this is the Clippers schedule, by the way. There's nothing really for them to look ahead to. They've got this game in Toronto, and then they've got 2 games off, and then they have Washington, Chicago. So there's no reason for the Clippers to be looking ahead. Or, yeah, that was part of the Clippers. All right, so Minnesota still no Anthony Edwards here. He's going to miss another game. Rudy Gobert, the graphic says back from injury. That's because I don't have a back from suspension graphic. He's back. So Rudy Gobert's back. Still no Anthony Edwards. This graphic tells the whole story about this one right here. You got the Rockets on a back-to-back. They just played a game earlier tonight, a home game against Oklahoma City, so they don't have to travel. They lost that game by 20 points, but their guys played the whole time. Thompson played 40 minutes. Durant played like 37 minutes. So their guys played. We've seen Steven Adams sit out of these back-to-backs. The Rockets so far this year on the second legs of back-to-backs, they're 0-3 straight up, 0-3 against the spread with a defensive rating over 123. So all 3 times we've seen the Rockets play the second leg of a back-to-back, they've played terrible defense. So that's a good start for Minnesota. And I know it's tough to trust Minnesota without Anthony Edwards. Well, this team just went into Milwaukee without him and Gobert, and they lit the Bucks up. A 135 offensive rating, effective field goal percentage at 71.7%. So Minnesota seems to be rolling right now, even without Anthony Edwards, and Houston missing their possibly missing Steven Adams on a back-to-back where they've been bad every single time this year. I feel like Minnesota could score. I also feel like Minnesota's going to purposely turn the pace up. Rockets like to run a super slow pace on a back-to-back, and Minnesota's just going to sprint as much as they can. See, I think you take Minnesota here. So my picks for this one would be Minnesota and over. The Rockets' defense has been terrible every single time they're on a back-to-back. Minnesota likes to play on a fast pace. If Minnesota controls the tempo of this game, 223.5 is low. So I'll go Minnesota. I'll go over in this one. I haven't bet this one as of right now. Not trying to force anything. I got really lucky today. I might go 5-0. I'm 4-0 right now in my bets. I do not feel like I deserve to be 4-0 right now, but I placed 2 live bets. They both hit too. Wizards Kings. I didn't spend any time looking at this one. It seems like the Wizards. You guys know the stipulation there. So if their draft pick falls out of the top 8, they lose it. So I'm not sure if the Wizards have any interest in winning basketball games right now. It's starting to look like we might not even see Trae Young on the Wizards this year, even. So how could you take the Wizards, but also how could you lay 6.5 with the Kings? I don't have much interest in this game. I'll just be flat out. Didn't even look at it. So thanks everyone for watching. And it was a quick one, not a ton of action on tomorrow night. Be back tomorrow with the NFL video for Saturday. So yeah, see you all later. Make sure you bet responsibly.